Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to this channel, welcome to my art channel. On here, I'll be sharing with you some easy to follow tips, tricks and techniques to help you improve your own paintings. So if you're interested to find out more, go check out the rest of the videos on my channel here. In case you missed out last week's tutorial, I showed you how to paint cherry blossom flowers in a loose watercolor style. So this was what we did last week, so if you're interested, go check out the video that I posted last week. And if you also wish to see more upcoming tutorials, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is just down below, and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I post my next video. Also, don't forget to follow me on my socials. My Instagram account as well as my Pinterest accounts are down in the description box below. Follow me there because that's where I usually post pictures of my paintings, behind the scenes pictures of how I paint and what I do, and yeah, so if you're interested, go follow me there. Okay, so let's get into today's video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to paint some wisteria flowers that are again done in quite a loose watercolor style. So once you're done with your painting, don't forget to take pictures of it and share with us a link in the comment section down below so that I can take a look at your creations. Okay, so let's get started on today's video. These are the materials that we'll be using for today's session. So first of all, we have the Van Gogh watercolor palette set. It's a 15 pan travel size palette. And then we're going to use the water jar as well as some tissue paper. And don't forget your watercolor paper. For this session, we're going to use the watercolor postcard size paper. It's square shaped, and I'll include the links to these materials in the description box. And don't forget your brushes as well, size 0 and size 8 round tip watercolor brushes, and yeah, we're good to go. Step 1, we're going to do the background. So we're going to take the size 8 brush, we're going to mix the ultramarine deep with the permanent rose. So you can just mix any blue and red together to get the purple. And then we're going to add some of that white, I'm using Chinese white here, to tint the purple. So this creates a light background. So for the background, I want to keep it light and loose and spontaneous, so I'm not going to fixate too much on the form. I'm just going to keep it very loose and spontaneous. So I vary my brush strokes, and as you can tell, I'm not painting in a very organized way. I'm just varying my brush strokes, creating different directions, and just keeping it light and loose. So for me, I find working fast is a way to help me keep it spontaneous. So that is something that you could try as well. So now we're going to move on to step 2. Now I'm going to mix more of that red and blue to get a slightly darker purple. So for step 2, we're going to start defining the wisteria flowers. And step 3, we're going to use the size 0 brush. I'm going to mix the red with the blue again, and this time around I'm going to add more of that blue here to create a very cool purple. So this is where I really start defining even further the shape of the flowers. So I think the tip here is to not think of it as painting every flower individually, but thinking of the direction of the flowers and highlighting some of the flowers. So now I'm gonna add a bit of that Prussian Blue, again to get like a cooler, an even cooler purple. So this is a very cool purple. So I'm going to define some of the flowers with this cool purple. So step 4, we're going to do the leaves. So here I'm adding the Sap Green with the Burnt Umber. So when we do the leaves, again, don't think of it as painting one leaf by one leaf, but think of it as trying to fill in a bit of those spaces with some leaves. I'm adding some Viridian green and mixing it with the Burnt Umber. Same thing here, we're going to define some of the leaves. And again, just keep it light and loose. Don't overdo it. And then I'm going to end off with using some of that Burnt Umber just to draw in some very loose branches. So there we go. So this is the end product. I did a panel of 3 paintings because they can be done so quickly, you can do as many as you like. Okay guys, so this is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for staying and painting along with me. If you enjoyed this painting tutorial, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting the very next painting tutorial very soon, and see you guys. Bye.